Warframe Stigma. Hello and welcome to Warframe Stigma, where I, Warframe Stigma, discuss Warframe and its stigmas. I'm gonna get down to business right away, so if you're here because you wanted to know what the game is like and haven't started yet, find a different channel that's better at advertising this grind-heavy game than I am. Warframe Stigma will do a shit-effort job at helping you understand this hard-to-understand game. Look at me. No, look at me. Yes. Now look at you. Now, me. Oh yeah, you want to be me. You want to be gilded with prime metal and have a fancy scarf to show you're not like the other frames. Don't get me wrong, all frames are cool. Your frame is cool. But it isn't gilded and rocks the scarf cool. You came to Warframe Stigma because you want to get on my level of fashion. But first, you must learn, my students, and learn you shall. Lore. Like any MMO, this game is packed with lore. Not necessarily jam-packed, mind you, but it's convoluted all the same. To have background context as to who you are and why you are, I must first answer the question of when you are. The timeline isn't concrete, no actual recorded dates, but the present events in-game are in the distant future. Gee, Warframe, how come the developers let you have two distances? Okay, in the distant future, which would be the distant past of the distant future, Jesus Christ, there was a golden age of humanity called the Orokin era. Humans at this time were pretty advanced and spanned the whole solar system. However, they were at war with the Sentients, an alien machine race that was like super advanced, super terrifying, a super threat to civilization, but ugly. In the war, the humans were getting their asses handed to them, and as a last resort, they unleashed their trump card, the Tenno. The Tenno were space ninjas with the power of space magic on their side, and with that space magic, they were able to make use of radical-ass armor called Warframes. And with those radical-ass Warframes, they turned the tide and defeated the alien menace. I don't understand how ass was necessary to win the war, but I digress. All was well, civilization saved, but like any good ancient precursor race, the Orokin ended in a catastrophic event that the Tenno totally had nothing to do with. Totally. As this great collapse commenced, the Tenno went into hiding for centuries up until the present day, which brings us to the distant future. Now you gotta deal with the decaying clone army of the Grineer, the greedy trade cult of the Corpus, and more to come. That's basically where you currently stand. Lore time over. Getting started. You start the game with a beginner quest called Vor's Prize. All you need to do is do it and you can start playing the core game. You can begin your journey to get the ass you saw earlier in the video. But if you have a next to none attention span like me, you probably forgot everything you learned from it. Allow me to tell it in the order that I think it'll become relevant to you.
What do I do now that I've done the starter quest?
Well, the idea is you can do whatever you want. Sure, you may not know what you can do precisely, but that's why you play the damn game to find out. Now go out there and explore. Kill enemies and feel awesome while doing it. Collect mods, which are upgrades for your equipment, your warframes and weapons. Gather resources off the enemies, lockers, or crates. Resources allow you to build more warframes and weapons. Level up your items as you go, so you can fit more mods in. Go to the social hub called Cetus and its corresponding open world map, the Plains of Eidolon. Hey, did you hear about Cetus?
What?
Cetus Dick! Oh, wait. Before you do anything, you want to go to the market section in your claustrophobia-inducing home and search for Orokin Reactor and Orokin Catalyst, one at a time, and purchase them. They will cost a sum of platinum, which is the paid currency in the game, but you will get more over time. Save the Orokin Catalyst for later, but install the Orokin Reactor into your Warframe. To do this, go to your arsenal, hit Upgrade on your Warframe, click on Actions, and install the reactor. This'll double the mod capacity for your Warframe, which means you can stuff more and fatter mods as you level up, which is a major convenience. You're gonna save the Orokin Catalyst for a more worthwhile weapon than your starter ones.
How do I put mods on my stuff again?
Go to your arsenal, hit Upgrade on whatever item you want to modify, and slap mods on, so long as they don't go over capacity. The capacity is equal to the level of the item. Have fun with that.
I'm getting too bored of these weapons. How do I get new ones?
My general recommendation is to max out the level of your equipment before moving on to other items. It ties to a system I'll cover in the next episode of Warframe Stigma. To get new weapons in your case, go to the market and go to the various weapon class sections to find what you can or can't use. Most of the weapons are mastery locked, which ties to the system I briefly mentioned earlier. Filter your searches to blueprints only and then purchase the blueprint of whatever available weapon you want. Blueprints are the system of item construction. For the most part, if you want a thing, you gotta build it over real time. Building items requires resources, which you gather as you go. It also requires a given sum of credits, which you also gather as you go.
What are these convoluted stat values?
You don't really need to understand what they mean early on. Don't worry about it for now.
How do I get to other planets?
Good question. Assuming you've done a decent share of exploring, you must first go to the Venus Junction. But wait, you can't do the thing you need to do until you completed these tasks. Now let's see. Complete Or's Prize. Well, that was the starter quest, so you've done that. Collect 20 mods. Well, just collect 20 mods as you go. Pretty straightforward. Apply 4 mods to a single Warframe or weapon. Well, that's made easier if you installed the Orokin reactor I mentioned earlier. The more room the better, right? Slap those 4 bad boys and you will have fulfilled your task. Remember, you can't go over capacity. These Warframes already have enough junk in the trunk as it is. Upgrade any mod to rank 2 or higher through the fusion process. Not only do you gather credits, mods, and resources as you go, you also gather Endo. It's special mod juice designed to make your mods better, giving them higher values at the cost of credits and upping the capacity. If you have what you need, then rank up your mod by 2 or more levels. Task complete. And now that you've completed the tasks, you can enter the junction. To be allowed passage to Venus, you must fight a guardian that guards the thing that lets you go to Venus. Good luck with that. Well, I think I've given you a decent head start. I don't think I need to explain every little detail of the mission or caveats of the given systems. It would only confuse you early on. This guide was made with the intent to let you explore some things on your own while still giving you a proper sense of direction. So that's all for now. Thank you for tuning in to Warframe Stigma. What? Why do I always make butt humor? Remember, I said if you want to be advertised about this game, go watch a better channel. Did they seriously not tell you how fundamental ass is to the game? My god, standards have dropped low. Give me money.